Hey guys, what is up? ImCameo, and today we have a more kind of serious type of video. We have some Counter-Strike gameplay in the background, some deathmatch, and we're going to talk about death. Now, this kind of, like I said, it's more of a serious kind of video, so if you're not looking for that, you're not going to get, a funny video here. This is more just kind of like an in-depth kind of thought process, my thoughts, stuff like that. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. But anyway, the reason why I want to make this video is yesterday we had to put my dog down because she had a brain tumor, and it wasn't looking good, so I had to do that, and it got me thinking about death and kind of everything in that whole genre. So I just wanted to talk about some things and see what my thoughts are, because usually for me anyway, I don't really know what all my thoughts are until I just start going. I've been doing YouTube for a couple years now, and whenever I get into like commentating and just like talking about something, I usually I come up with things that I don't usually like. I come up with things that I wouldn't otherwise thought of before. I'm kind of like on the spot doing this. So when it comes to death, it's a weird thing. It really is. And if you've ever seen a video of like someone online, like if you see someone like die online, like get killed, or you see like an animal die, it's a strange thing. You see the life just go from being there to not being there, and it's just a strange feeling, just like watching it. If you haven't seen a video of someone unfortunately getting killed, if you would like to, I don't know who would like to, but if you don't know what kind of stuff, you don't know what I'm talking about, that kind of feeling where it's just a really strange feeling. If you don't know that feeling, then you can look it up if you want. You have the internet, you can find many things, everything and anything. So anyway, it's a strange feeling if you just like watch how 1 second something's alive and well, and the next second just gone. It's just it's a weird thing to think about, and I've been thinking about that a lot today, and it's just like, I don't know, it's a really strange thought that you could be here on Earth doing your thing, having a good time, making everyone around you happy, making yourself happy, and then the next moment it's just all over, and everything you've done throughout your whole life is just gone and completed, or not completed, just over, and you're just not there anymore. So I don't really know where else I was going to go from here, but I guess we can go to the afterlife. We know a lot of things about death. We know we know causes of death. We can figure out causes of death. It's usually not someone who dies, and we don't know a cause. If we with the technology we have today, we can tell what the cause of death was 99% of the time. So one of the things we don't know about death, however, is, like I said, the afterlife, and no one knows. No one on Earth knows what happens after you die. No one knows if there's a hell, a heaven, and a purgatory. No one knows if there's just nothingness. No one knows what happens. No one knows if you're reincarnated. Like that, those are all beliefs, and everyone has their own belief system. Everyone believes their own thing. They believe their own kind of story, I guess, afterlife, and after you pass. So it's I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing not knowing what happens. If you just kind of think about it, we're here, we seem to, everyone thinks that they know what's going on. They kind of know like what life is. They know everyone alive has experienced it, unless you're like a newborn baby and you haven't really experienced anything in your life. But everyone who's lived a significant amount of years, like I'm not even saying that much, like 10 years, you've probably experienced a lot in your life already at 10 years, and the more years you experience, the more stuff you experience. So you experience and you learn more and more every single day. But when it comes to what happens after you die, no one knows, and there's no way we can know. At least at this point in time, I don't know how we would know how to figure that out. But it seems like even the smartest people in the world have no idea what happens. Like, that's one of the mysteries of the world, is what happens after you die. No one I mean, we have guesses, we have beliefs, people believe certain things, but no one knows for sure what happens. And that's what's kind of weird about the whole death thing. And yeah, so everyone has their own way of dealing with death and, the loss of a family member or a pet or anything like that. Me personally, I don't cry too much. I really don't. I mean, when I do, it's not usually like when I actually cry. Not when like my eyes get super dry and they start watering, but like when I like emotionally cry. I can't even think of the last time I did. It's usually like me telling myself like I should cry because it just seems like the right thing to do. Like I'm like thinking about that. I'm like, yeah, I should cry right now. So I'll like get a tear out or something. I don't know. Like it's just not what I do. I don't deal with stuff the same way everyone like other people do. And no one deals with stuff the same way. Like some people cry during movies. I can't think of a time I've ever cried during a movie. Like movies just aren't that. I don't know. Like nothing triggers crying for me besides me telling myself I should do that. So for me personally, the way I deal with stuff like death, like in general, is just I do a lot of thinking. That's usually what I do. Is I kind of like cut myself off from other stuff when I like, let's say I'm like today I'm home alone. I got the news over a text message, and it was like 11 a.m. and I just sat there and thought for like an hour. I just sat there and just thought about stuff. It doesn't have to be about the death, the situation, nothing like that. I just it's just me kind of not focusing on anything else but just my thoughts and thinking about stuff. And sometimes I'm thinking about like memories, like when my grandpa died, just thinking about like memories with him and stuff like that. But then I also think about other stuff. Like today I've been thinking a ton about like different commentary ideas, and I've written down all my notes for all those ideas, and just a lot of thinking. That's how I deal with stuff. It's just a lot of thinking. And I don't know if I'm like blocking stuff out, if that's what I'm doing, like trying to think about so much that I just block it out. But I kind of like just think about stuff, kind of isolate myself from everything else when the moment comes. It's not like I'm like 24/7, like I'm in school not thinking about anything except for just my thoughts. But like when I have the time, when I have like free time to think, instead of playing Counter-Strike, for example, like I did in this video, when I was playing this game, getting this gameplay, I was just thinking, like pretty much all day. I've just been playing Counter-Strike and thinking, because Counter-Strike, when you're playing public matches, not competitive like other matches, you don't have to think that much. You just kind of like, I put Counter-Strike on the back burner, kind of do that while I just think about just anything that comes to mind. And that's how I deal with stuff. That's how I deal with depressing stuff anyway. I don't really, like I said, I don't cry, I don't get super down. I just kind of think, just kind of spend some time thinking and contemplating. Like a lot of thinking today. I spent probably like half an hour thinking, like life is so precious. Life is such a precious thing, and so many people take it for granted because life can just go away in an instant. And no one knows when or how they're gonna die. It's just it's just an instant thing. And I guess it doesn't have to be instant. It could be like over the course of a period of time, over the course of like weeks, months. But the moment you go from life to death is instantly, and no one really thinks about that too much. Like life is so precious, like I said, and there's so many people that just take it for granted, including myself. I do at times too. I'm just like, I'll do this stupid thing and I'll be fine, like I'm invincible. But in reality, you're not, and it's yeah, like I said, like I've said so many times in this video, it's a really strange thing to think about. Just kind of death and everything in that kind of category. You know, leaving yourself with your thoughts for a long time, you know, for many, many hours just straight is a very like strange and, you know, interesting thing at the same time. You just kind of sit there and you just think about stuff you never thought you would be thinking of. You know, it's like you can just focus on it so much, just thinking about your own thoughts and everything going on. So I guess if you guys are having trouble getting through something, maybe crying's not for you, you're just really you know, depressed, and you just kind of want to get back to, you know, moving forward, try to, you know, don't, you know, spend 24 hours a day just thinking about stuff, but, you know, take some time. Like, let's say, you know, before you go to bed, like, let's say, you know, you call it early, you're like in bed at 9, you're watching Netflix or something, and, you know, from like 9 to 10 or 10:30 or 11, you just think about stuff. And I do that like every night anyway, just because, I don't know, that's just what I do. But just think about stuff, and just kind of, it doesn't have to be, you know, about the stuff that made you depressed, but just think in general. And I guess your thoughts can be a dangerous thing if your mind's in the wrong place, but at least for me, that's how I deal with stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. It's been almost 12 minutes already, and I feel like I've only been talking for like 2. You know, just kind of how my thought process works with all of this kind of stuff. So you know, when I get a thought going, I just keep going, and it doesn't feel like any time passed at all. So thank you guys for watching. I guess I totally messed up my outro. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Cameo, and I will see you guys next time.